The goal of every relationship or association is three. First, for relief. Second, for peace. And third, for progress. You're welcome again to Conversations with Michael Ogunshola, the Peak Performance Strategist. This is Attaining Peak Performance. And if it's your first time, thanks for connecting with me. I'll be speaking on seeking the right relationship or association. The idea is we are defined by the company we keep. You see, by the end of 2022, you will be the same person except for these three factors I'll be speaking on. And what are those three factors? If you want to be a different person, if you want to see a new person, if you want to see progress in your life by the end of 2022, you need to pay attention to this conversation. These three factors, they are simple, but they are life-changing. Number one, the books you read and the personal development content you consume. Number two, the places you go to this year will shape you for good. And number three, the people you meet. Whatever you want to receive as a blessing or as a gift is contained in a human vessel, in an earthen vessel. There is somebody that can provide that succor or that blessing to you.
Better together. It's easy to do life on our own and think we don't need any help, but you won't reach your highest potential by yourself. God has ordained people to come into your life to strengthen you, to encourage you, to push you toward your purpose. You've seen birds that fly in formation. When geese make that V, it takes 40% less energy for them to fly. They could do it by themselves, but they understand this principle. They won't go as far if they fly solo. And over 30 times in the scripture, it says one another. Love one another, encourage one another, serve one another, comfort one another. You need one another's around you. Don't isolate yourself and think, well, I'm strong enough. I'm tough enough. I'm talented enough. You may be for what you have in mind, but not for what God has in mind. He has something bigger, something more rewarding that you can't do by yourself. Are you flying solo, or do you have a community of faith? People flying with you, watching over you, encouraging you, inspiring you. After the football game the other night, the star running back was being interviewed. He'd had a great game, set a record for the amount of yards he had rushed. The reporter asked him how he did it. The first thing he said was, it was because of my offensive line. Those guys that block for me, they're the best. And my coaches have poured into me and made me better. My trainers have helped me to get stronger. He recognized that we need each other. You can be good by yourself, but you can't be great by yourself. You won't become all you were created to be without the right people around you.
The major barrier between you and that person is access. Part of what I'm saying is, in 2022, you have to be deliberate about your network. You have to be deliberate about the people you associate with, about the people you invest your time and your life to. Because you see, people are a bundle of different representations. You have to be able to discern, what is this relationship or association doing to me? Is it bringing progress? Is it bringing comfort? Do you have peace in that association? Listen to me, if you as an individual, that you are in a relationship with somebody, friend relationship or whatever form of relationship, if your association with them is not bringing peace or relief or progress, you need to audit that relationship. Because as a matter of fact, every relationship is designed to do either of these three or even these three. And so what that means is this year, ask yourself, the people around me, do I get relief or peace or progress from interacting with them? And vice versa. If you have 4 millionaires as your friend, you will be the 5th one very soon. And if you have 4 broke people as your friend, you will be the 5th one very soon. It's a popular wisdom. Show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. Or better still, I will tell you who you are becoming. The idea is you cannot choose who your parents are. You cannot choose who your family members are. But one of the greatest blessings and the greatest gifts God gave to us is our ability to choose our association. Talking about choosing our association, I'm reminded of a great Bible character, the young man by the name David. David is somebody that inspires and motivates me a lot. Yes, he was born into a family that trivialized what he carried. Even when it was time for him to be anointed, he was not presented. Of course, men and God don't think the same way. He was, of course, later anointed. Again, when it was time for him to take on the big giant, the Goliath, that was a threat to their community, he was not given the opportunity. He took it. But David, as a wise man, understanding the power of association, he chose to audit his relationship. And when he was going to pick his friend, he picked Jonathan. In 2022, be deliberate about your network. Work consciously to be in the right place at the right time. A great man by the name Bill Gates, he was asked what is the secret of success. He said, I was at the right place at the right time, and something was said when I was in that space, and I acted on it. I remain Michael Ogunshola.